The most memorable luxury homes are not defined by how much they display, but by how deeply they help us feel connected to the world outside. True luxury is not always found in polished surfaces, enormous rooms, or dramatic decoration. Sometimes it begins with something much quieter, the texture of natural stone, sunlight passing through leaves, and a garden that makes the home feel protected from the rush of the outside world.
Before we delve into our exploration, allow us to extend a warm welcome back to Amica Studio. For those joining us for the first time, we invite you to subscribe for more captivating insights into home and interior design inspiration.
Luxury home design inspired by nature with elegant stone architecture and peaceful gardens. Imagine approaching a residence where broad stone walls rise naturally from the landscape, softened by mature trees, climbing vines, and layered greenery moving in the breeze. The architecture feels strong without becoming heavy. Pathways lead through calm pockets of planting. Water reflects the changing sky, and each opening reveals another view of nature. Inside, warm materials, generous windows, and open transitions allow fresh air and daylight to shape the atmosphere from morning until evening. This is not simply a house decorated with natural elements. It is a home designed to make nature part of everyday life, from quiet breakfasts beside the garden to family dinners under a soft evening glow. As we move through its entrance, living spaces, private rooms, and peaceful outdoor retreats, we will discover how elegant stone architecture and thoughtful landscaping can create a home that feels refined, restorative, and deeply personal. And later, one powerful garden design idea will reveal why the most impressive homes are often the ones that make daily life feel beautifully effortless. 1. An arrival shaped by the landscape. Before the front door is even visible, the home begins to tell its story. A gently curving path passes through low grasses, sculptural shrubs, and mature trees, allowing the architecture to reveal itself gradually rather than all at once. Stone walls appear between leaves, their texture changing with every step as morning light moves across the surface. The entrance feels private, but not defensive. Generous planting softens the weight of the structure and invites the eye forward. A beautiful arrival is not about making the loudest statement, it is about slowing the visitor down. Even on an ordinary afternoon, coming home can feel like leaving the noise of the day behind. The strongest entrances often rely on restraint. Instead of crowding the facade with decoration, this design lets natural stone, deep roof lines, timber accents, and carefully placed greenery create the mood. A sheltered doorway offers protection from rain and sun, while a small bench or ledge provides a place to pause with shopping bags, greet a guest, or remove muddy shoes after a walk. The practical lesson is simple. Use layered planting and a clear pathway to create depth, even if the front garden is small. When architecture and landscape arrive together, the home feels grounded rather than imposed. From this quiet threshold, the experience naturally opens toward the light-filled spaces within. Two, rooms that follow the changing light. What if the most dramatic feature in a living room were not the furniture, but the changing sky? Floor-to-ceiling windows pull the garden into the interior, turning trees, clouds, and moving shadows into part of the daily atmosphere. In the morning, pale light stretches across the stone floor while someone sits with coffee near the glass. By afternoon, the room feels warmer and more animated as sunlight filters through leaves. At dusk, reflections soften the boundary between indoors and out. Light is the one material that never stays still, and that is exactly what gives a home emotional depth. The room feels alive because the view is always quietly changing. Large windows are most successful when they are balanced with comfort. Deep overhangs reduce glare. Sheer curtains soften bright hours, and carefully placed seating allows people to enjoy the garden without feeling exposed. A lower window beside a reading chair can be just as meaningful as a dramatic glass wall, especially in a modest home. The lesson is to frame one good view rather than open every wall without purpose. A tree, a courtyard, or even a narrow strip of planting can become a daily source of calm when seen from the right angle. As daylight leads us deeper into the house, the social heart begins to emerge around food, conversation, and shared routines. Three, the warm rhythm of gathering. Some of the best family moments begin before anyone sits down to eat. In this home, the kitchen, dining area, and family room flow together without losing their individual character. Stone continues from the exterior into selected interior surfaces, while warm wood cabinetry keeps the atmosphere relaxed. Morning begins with the sound of coffee, drawers opening, and sunlight touching the dining table. Later, children might finish homework nearby while dinner is prepared, and conversations continue without anyone feeling separated. A generous home does not merely give people more space. It gives their routines more chances to overlap. That sense of connection makes the open plan feel meaningful rather than simply fashionable. A wide opening toward the garden allows meals to expand outdoors when the weather is pleasant. Sliding panels disappear, fresh air moves through the room, and the terrace becomes an extension of the dining space. Yet the design remains practical. The table sits close to the kitchen. Lighting is warm and focused, and durable materials can handle daily use without becoming precious. In any home, placing dining near a window or garden door can make even simple meals feel more generous. The goal is not to create a showroom, but a place where breakfast is unhurried and evening gatherings last a little longer. Beyond these shared spaces, the house begins to offer quieter rooms for rest and privacy. Four, private spaces with a softer tempo. After the openness of the main living areas, the private rooms feel like a change in tempo. Bedrooms are positioned toward calmer garden views where filtered light enters softly rather than dramatically. A bed faces a tree canopy, a reading chair rests beside a narrow window, and natural fabrics soften the strength of the stone architecture. Imagine waking before the rest of the house, opening a curtain and watching leaves move in the early breeze. Rest is not created by silence alone. It comes from feeling sheltered without feeling closed in. The room becomes comforting because it offers both privacy and a gentle connection to the landscape beyond. Bathrooms continue the same quiet language through textured stone, warm timber, and controlled natural light. A skylight above the shower or a private planted court beside the bathtub can transform an everyday routine without requiring excessive decoration. The practical idea is to use one natural focal point of view, a material, or a shaft of light, and let the rest of the room remain calm. Small reading corners and window seats also make unused edges feel personal, giving someone a place to pause with a book at the end of the day. These intimate spaces prepare us for the emotional center of the home, where gardens become part of the architecture itself. Five, gardens woven through the architecture. Then the house reveals its most powerful idea. The garden is not placed around the architecture, it is woven through it. Courtyards appear between stone walls, narrow reflecting pools catch the sky, and planted terraces create moments of discovery from one room to the next. Rain becomes something to watch rather than avoid, falling into a sheltered court while the family gathers safely inside. In the evening, water reflects warm interior lights and leaves cast moving shadows across the walls. The greatest gardens do not ask to be admired from a distance. They invite daily life to happen beside them. This is where the home feels most peaceful, not because it is silent, but because it is connected. The outdoor spaces are designed for use, not just appearance. A shaded table supports slow breakfasts. A stone bench offers a place for quiet conversation, and a sheltered lounge can be enjoyed even when the weather changes. Layered planting brings privacy while keeping the view soft and natural. Homeowners can apply the same principle on a smaller scale by creating one green room outside, a balcony with tall plants, a compact courtyard, or a patio framed by climbing vines. Nature does not need to be vast to feel restorative. It only needs to be close. As daylight fades, the materials and lighting begin to reveal another layer of the home's character. Six, stone, wood, and the glow of evening. At sunset, stone architecture changes completely. Surfaces that appeared cool and sculptural during the day become warm under concealed lighting, while timber ceilings and woven fabrics add softness at eye level. Furniture is low, comfortable, and shaped for long conversations rather than formal display. A hand-finished table, a textured wall, or a simple ceramic lamp brings a sense of craftsmanship without competing for attention. True refinement is often felt through touch before it is noticed by sight. You can imagine walking barefoot across the floor, settling into a deep chair, and watching the last light disappear from the garden while the interior begins to glow. The most convincing material palettes are limited but layered. Rough stone is balanced by smooth plaster, dark metal by warm wood, and solid architectural lines by soft curtains and upholstered seating. Lighting follows the same principle. Instead of flooding every room, small pools of illumination define pathways, reading areas, artwork, and garden edges. This approach can make any home feel calmer and more dimensional at night. Choose fewer materials, repeat them consistently, and allow texture to provide variety. When every surface is trying to impress, nothing feels restful. Here, restraint creates atmosphere, and that atmosphere leads us toward the deeper meaning of living in a home shaped by nature. Seven, a home designed around real life. By the time the house settles into evening, its real luxury becomes clear. It is found in the ease of moving from room to garden, in the way family members can be together without crowding one another, and in the quiet corners that support solitude when it is needed. Children may play near the courtyard while dinner is prepared. Someone reads by the window, and another person steps outside to feel the cooler air after sunset. A meaningful home does not choreograph every moment. It gives ordinary life a more beautiful setting. Comfort comes from the freedom to gather, retreat, pause, and reconnect throughout the day. This deeper lesson is surprisingly practical. Good design begins by asking how people want to feel, then shaping light, materials, pathways, and views around that answer. Stone gives the home permanence. Gardens bring movement, and open transitions create connection. Yet none of these elements matter unless they improve daily experience. Even without a large property, a single tree outside a window, a shaded seat, or a wall of natural texture can change the emotional tone of a room. The best homes do not separate us from the world. They help us notice it more carefully. With that thought, the journey returns to the quiet promise made at the entrance. Conclusion. Luxury home design inspired by nature is ultimately less about scale than sensitivity. The stone walls may create strength, the gardens may shape calm, and the broad windows may bring in generous light, but the true achievement is how these elements support everyday living. They make mornings feel slower, meals more connected, private rooms more restorative, and evenings more intimate. This home does not use nature as decoration. It allows weather, sunlight, water, texture, and seasonal change to become part of its rhythm. That is why the architecture feels refined without becoming distant, and substantial without losing warmth. The most valuable idea to carry into any home is simple. Create meaningful connections between people, spaces, and the natural world, then let beauty grow from those relationships. A house becomes unforgettable when it does more than shelter life. It teaches us to experience life with greater attention.